Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
On 1st and 10, Murray over the middle, complete. It's Green. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. First carry for James Conner. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona.
This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On 1st down, Stafford here. His throw incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it?
Because of what was already on the board against their defense, but I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Stafford. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10. Stafford
looking underneath. He's got Akers.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught by OBJ.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll run on first down. Akers, big hole up the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up third and goal.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This is taken just shy of the 10 and able to get this out to the 25. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey, 22!
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Murray now to throw. Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
A.J. Green makes a nice catch for a first down wearing that familiar number 18. But the uniform, a little bit unfamiliar. He did spend 9 seasons in Cincinnati, was their 2nd all-time leading receiver behind Chad Johnson before heading out west to join the Cardinals.
Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and just a couple of inches.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd down and goal. Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get...
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 42. A shotgun snap for Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage down and popped it free from his grasp.
Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start with a couple of rivals on the West Coast. San Francisco hosting Seattle in the NFC West. On halftime, Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns there. From there, we
all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On 1st and 10, Stafford dancing to his left. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Tyler Higbee just keeps getting better and better as a receiver. Makes a nice grab there for a first down. In his 6th season now, all with the Rams, 6'6", 255. And we saw Matthew Stafford like working with T.J. Hockenson the last couple of years. He's going to love working with Tyler Higbee.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point, working with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake it. Now Stafford steps away. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Stafford now to throw. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it. And the Cardinals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Murray's throw taken in by Green.